Hello everyone, Dr. Venture Senior here for Podsixclub, and we are live for more MTG Arena. I'm joined with
Genzo the Gamer, and yes, it's Ravnica Allegiance. Wow, man, I keep forgetting the name of the set, and I don't know why.
Ravnica Allegiance, because we've already done Guilds of Ravnica, which was Return to Ravnica, and now we're in Ravnica Allegiance, which is Return to Ravnica 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, so that's what it is. We've been grinding away at Sealed because that's been, for us, the most enjoyable way to really enjoy this.
Well, and it's a way to prep people. You can see what you could do potentially to pre-release. I mean, again, we're not getting the seeded packs, so we're kind of having to make something, make guild decisions, and for both of us, we ended up going 3-color, which worked fairly well. So
yeah,
if you haven't done your pre-release yet, and you're at one, and that's what you're trying to figure out, 3-color might be the answer to the I don't know which guild to go with, even though I know I got X guild pack.
Exactly. Go for the clans, go for the shards. See what you can get out of that. Because the stuff that you're in, that we find that we're getting here is considerably jankier, just because, again, no seeded pack, so it doesn't really point you in the direction of a single guild, but I mean, there's enough mana fixing going on that it's pretty easy to go 3 colors in some cases.
Yeah, no, it wasn't actually that hard at all. We got a bunch of guild gates that made it...
The gates and the lockets do wonders, and I mean, I know that there's plenty of green spells and stuff like that for being able to mana fix and stuff like that as well, so...
It's true.
But, with that in mind, we're actually going to just jump right now into... Since we've got Ravnica Allegiance out, that means Standard is changed now. You're seeing the shift in the meta, because... the new hotness is out. People are going through experimenting and building and brewing and trying to come up with new combos and figure out what's actually going to work in this. So, we're going to grind away because I am sitting at the bottom of Platinum right now. And preseason ends in 12 days, I believe. So, I want to see how far I can get. I want to earn as many packs as I possibly can. And I'm obviously shooting for the moon and going for that far off kind of dreamlike goal of hitting Mythic. But first, let's get through Platinum.
Yeah, first get the Platinum.
Once I get to Diamond, that becomes a little bit more realistic, a bit more tenable.
I mean, I hope it's not like me back in the day. Now I got like one rank. I got matches away from Legendary multiple times, but never once actually crossed over into Legendary.
Spitting distance, but never quite there.
Well, and then it would just be a bunch of spectacular failures that would push me back, and then I kind of claw my way back to that almost point.
Look at me keeping a one-lander. Drew a land. See, and that's the thing with this deck. It can actually work off of one land in some cases as well. I've gone, like, I don't know how many turns with one land, then drawn the second one. It's still doing wonders.
On to Zorius.
So far.
Well, that was the best thing I was looking to. I think it was Instagram today. And I saw it was like a picture of him and their Azorius pre-release kit being like, out of 35 players, I was the only one who picked Azorius.
Wow.
I'm like, bold.
Quite.
I wonder if they did alright.
Well, what the hell was it that I was seeing? I think it was Marshall Sutcliffe going through talking about his pre-release at where he was playing, and it was funny because what they had left was Rakdos and Azorius, and he's like, I'm not playing that. And so he starts cracking his packs, and out of one of them, he ended up pulling, what was it? The 1/3 2-drop that mills, the blue one.
Right. Yes.
The one that's like the rats that you can have as many copies as you want.
Yeah. I had yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently his LGS is paying for that one a buck. Because it's just like Rat Colony, and that people are gonna want multiple in the map. Like at our LGS, Rat Colony is like $1.20 or something.
Really?
Yeah, if you want to pick one up.
Huh.
That's why I was looking at going through and picking up, like, for shiggles, right? Just for shiggles. To have the physical deck. And I'm like, man, I guess It's a joke.
Yeah, not even between the two of us do we even have enough rats to really make the deck.
No, with like
I think you had 9, and I think I have 9 or something like that.
I had 8 and you had 9, but it's like that's out of each of us opening like booster box plus, and that's still all we got for commons. I mean, that's if you're looking at it in terms of
Dominaria, we probably actually opened about 2 booster boxes each,
taking into account the pre-release kits and
everything. Yeah, and the fact that we split that other box.
Yeah, exactly. So that was probably 2, and that's effectively 2 play sets that we got out of it. Oh, Shazbot.
What I've been... That sucks.
Oh, that really sucks.
That's...
Face. Just because I can fire it off, and then actually threw the Steamkin so that it didn't die.
The one thing I'm in...
So I could still go to the face before. Sorry to cut you off.
So what I'm interested in looking at for this, because interestingly enough, as of this morning, in our LGS, all guilds were still available for all pre-releases. You could still buy a box and a promo to be picked up this weekend.
What was it for the midnight pre-release? They had 87 players show up.
Yeah, which is still pretty good numbers.
Yeah, that's good.
So I don't know, did they anticipate more or did they? Because I find it interesting that you can still get the box. Because I know I finally got my plans together just before pre-release for Guilds of Ravnica, and the answer was, "You've waited too long. You can't get one now, and you can't get a promo."
Yeah. Boo.
But interestingly enough, they aren't selling the whatchamacallit, the decks.
Oh, the Planeswalker decks?
Yeah.
The Nerfwalkers?
Yeah, I didn't see those.
The Nerfy Nerfs.
I don't know if they haven't listed them yet, or...
Well, typically that's the kind of thing that they would. That's weird.
Yeah, I was confused.
Yes, you are a control deck.
It's an interesting one, too, of, oh! Right, because you got the bunch of jigger up.
Frenzy. Frenzy! Okay, so I'm swinging with both here. They can't settle my wreckage, but they can do a seal away. So they're going to seal away the Goblin Chain Whirler, obviously. And...
Well, yeah, that's
hits for 1.
That's their only option.
I mean...
If they tried to steal away the Firebrand, other than already not being enough, you could have procced off... Oh no, it was tapped.
Do I double Frenzy, or do I just wait for this to go in hand and hope that I get something off? Bro.
Is there any advantage to double frenzying, other than that they can't stop you from frenzying?
Just, I might have a one cost underneath it, or I could have not. You know what, I'm just gonna love it. Whatever.
Yeah, but what are you gonna... You're not gonna use it to cast it from your hand. That land is not doing you any good, so maybe it's not a bad idea to...
Thing is, sometimes when you need to go through and blow up the Frenzy in order to start playing stuff to your hand, having the 2 that you need to get around makes it kind of a pain in the ass. So, I guess we're gonna risk factor first. Draw. Give me that nut. There we go. Yep. Stone's throw away from tier 3. Spitting distance. And that's my first win for the day, so... Alright, that's good. And that's going to be feeding into my daily, which is also good.
Yeah, getting red spells.
Oh yeah! Yeah, when I end up getting other ones, I'm just like, this is what I'm jamming right now in standard rank, so I need to go through and do free play for the other ones. Or with our draft. A bunch of my dailies. Well,
yeah, that
sealed, whatever.
Sealed. Limited. Chance to play other colors.
Which again, I'm pretty sure that is not ranked. Sealed is not ranked. Neither is traditional.
Is it? Is it not ranked?
Nope.
But the other best of ones are.
Yeah.
Best of 3 ranked. That's not ranked?
Not yet. That will be at the end of the month once this preseason is done.
They really did do stuff with it. Best of one.
Yeah, and then they got enough feedback that people weren't happy with it, so they're like, all right, we're change that.
They have both, yeah. To be fair, we play best of one, though.
That's what we found easier for us.
But it's what they have branded as the casual format.
Yep.
In fact, at one point, Best of 3 was called competitive.
Yes. And now they've just dubbed it traditional.
Tradition.
As is tradition. I can get that steam pin to go off. Whew. No blocks.
I think they're mono white.
Yes, strongly. There you go. History!
I used to have 4 of those pre-wipe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the things that we had pre-wipe, dude.
Well, I had 4 chain wheels pre-wipe. I have 1 at the moment, I think. Maybe 2.
I miss my mill decks. And it's not something that I've felt the need to reinvest into, unfortunately. As much as I've wanted to.
The only thing I think I've gotten close to rebuilding from the wipe is my Merfolks.
The blue-green swimmy boys are strong though. Bloody hell!
One turn skew, or is that both this turn?
One last. One last. Yeah. As you mentioned, scoop.
So that means that they get that double proc on at least you're cleaning out the token.
Yeah.
Because that witness is not a knight.
Just a human,
Yeah.
and it just leaves life-linking soldier tokens afterward. Those are fine. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
There's multiple times that I've kind of wished that the Pyromancer was able to target creatures.
One front or both?
Just
Yeah, we're gonna do this. Wait, oh shit. Okay, so I forgot about the whole damage. But first strike, we'll end up working with that anyway. Nothing to pump. Then they're gonna get the second night token. Oh wait, so it actually doesn't work off of it.
Yeah.
The stack doesn't work that way.
I still remember from my old raid decks that it used to work out quite favorably to have 2 battalions.
Mm-hmm. Locks it on crap, that's a problem. That is a problem. Cannot deal with it. All worked. So it's just that one that's gonna. That one's getting considerably bigger. It's gonna become a 5/4. No. Yeah. Crap. Well. Good old lumps.
Like I was saying before, I quite often wish that I could choose creature, not just planeswalker or player, opponent. I actually managed to play one game this morning. My Red Aggro question mark deck.
Nice.
I managed to win, but it was not a clear path to victory. It was a janky stumble over the winning block. As opposed to a triumphant climb.
Yeah, but I don't like the fact that it mentors. So I kind of want to go through it. Despite the fact that that's wiping me.
Still healing HQ at the end of that.
Yeah. No.
Oh no, they're not attacking with
They
it.
didn't want to have that loss to the chain wall.
Oh, the chain whirly.
Mm-hmm.
Boombox banana. That's an interesting name.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Oh, snap the Vanguard. Still doesn't want to lose the soldier. Yeah, I'll take 4. Fine.
I always end up with that. You get name envy for people like I could never come up with a name when I have to come up with something. Boombox banana.
Why couldn't I come up with something that good?
Don't you want to risk factor?
I will on their end step. No one expects this finishing.
Especially on the end.
Exactly. Now, if I can, I'm figuring if I can go off risk factor on the end of their turn, then that'll go through and leave it so that I can jumpstart it, right? Then I play the experimental frenzy, so.
That's I've seen that. I was gonna say you should be able to jumpstart when you.
Tribunal. Clap.
I feel like they've missed a good card name for one of those unsets. Spanish Inquisition. That could literally be the flavor text.
I like it. I don't know if they could get away with something that referential.
Yeah.
Like that's a little bit too much.
Okay. They could just call it the Inquisition.
Okay, there you go.
The text could be nobody expects the Inquisition.
Yeah. Is there any way that you could have that flavor text written in Spanish then?
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah.
Right? Right? Okay, so they're getting in for
just,
9. Oh, crap.
That's not good. You could have the Spanish flag somewhere in the artwork. You know, so you're saying Spanish Inquisition without actually saying.
No one expects the Inquisition, but it's all written in Spanish. I'm pretty much dead here.
Yeah,
There's nothing I can do to come back from this.
because even if you risk factor and got something, what are you gonna get? Shock if you're lucky that you can play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my best move, Chain Whirler, that maybe gets rid of their Vanguard, maybe it doesn't. It's over. It's over. Actually, I'm still gonna play the spell so I can work towards my dealing.
Do it.
And that's that. Seeds. Ah. Close.
You've remained neutral.
Yes. Yeah, okay, fair enough. One step forward, one step back. We're still where we started. But we're still going.
It's the Swiss style of ranking. Never move up or move down too much.
Yep, just stay kind of neutral in the middle.
Who was one that was, I think it was a comedian, but the best way of describing the Swiss during World War II is like, and they're the ones who had the real war strategy down. They said, all right, we'll remain neutral and hold everyone's wallets.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because you know one of them's not coming back for it.
Damn. True, but damn.
Yeah. I particularly like that description of the.
What do you think they will follow up with? Let's just take the lump. No blocks.
I'm thinking that they're thinking that you might think they have something, so they let it through. Oh, there's another one. Because, I mean, even if you did block it, they still got a 1-1. And you board wiped, or if you didn't, it went through.
I mean, here I can just be cheeky, put out 3 firebrands and swing with all of them.
I like it.
And then at some point later, I'll just end up shocking their Vanguard so that they have it. It either dies or they end up taking the 4-life penalty for it.
What was the deal with the Vanguard?
It gets bigger when it's full.
Oh, I mean, you pay 4 life distraction.
Yeah. So that will, in some cases, quickly chip away at them. Of course, they're busting out the binoculars.
It's funny when you don't know that card, you know the fact that it's from the Vanguard.
Real?
Yeah.
That's strong, dude. That's been one of those white weenies strong boys for a while.
Like I've said, I'm slightly, completely out of touch with standard. No, it's not true. Slightly out of touch with standard.
Bink!
Mostly been playing limited.
True enough. True enough. We've been practicing and grinding away and getting better at limited. Try.
I could make an argument that sealed has gotten better.
Yeah.
Just like I can make the argument that yes, we have practice at draft, and we've gotten better at sealed.
Mm-hmm. It's all practice. It's all practice. Slowly but surely. We'll get there. Consistently ranking a little bit higher. Every so often.
I don't know if that's consistent.
Every so often. Sure, that's consistent.
It is consistently random.
Randomly consistent.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like it.
No.
Do I try and fire off a firebrand now to get the Vanguard? Force them to lose the 4 life?
Yeah. Worth a shot.
I don't like this.
I mean, the opportunity's gone once that resolves,
Yeah.
so...
They want to 5.
But that's still, you're forcing them to lose 4 life. Ooh. You got this.
I'm gonna be down to 4. That Marshall is the problem.
Gotta watch out.
Fire marshals are always. Right, because that one's a knight. I forgot that one's a knight.
Of course. I should have known that too. I ran that in my my knight stack way back when.
Gains the life. That's the thing. Swing thing. So we do the blocks. There. And goes there. Okay.
Dead.
4-2.
Oh, yeah, no, that was not attacking.
Yeah. It's Still fatigued. Still fatigued. Use it or lose it. Use it or lose it.
I mean, why would you? But, though, I guess that is a good point. It really is like, I'm not going to want to take the life hit of this attack.
How's it going, Sub-Zero? We are grinding away at Constructed right now. The new hotness that is Ravnica Allegiance being actually available in MTG Arena. We want to see what the meta's like and just chip away at this. So they've taken by risk factor.
Maybe you.
I get double shocks. That's really all I can hope for. Mm-hmm. Base is the place. The Moonton, since I can't play it anyways.
Come on.
Double shocks, double shocks. Come on, double shocks. Dang it. Nope. I can get them down to 2. So close. That's all I can do. I know.
Hey, at least you didn't get steamed.
That was a good match, though. It was a good match.
But when your goal is to climb the ladder.
Yeah. Getting stuck like this is not really ideal, but whatevs.
It's no longer.
Damn it. Alright, now we gotta go through and offset that. We gotta bring the balance back. Continuing on. Was a close one. I was really hoping that factor was gonna pay off. Yeah, but it's not like I would have had a better line going with the experimental frenzy either.
You were pretty much screwed, but hey, it was worth the gamble because
it's paid off in the past. So this one I'm not too keen on. We're gonna go through them. Go on.
I'll get it. I'm gonna ditch the line. Keep it.
Oh, let's keep it. Let's keep it. That secures the chain whirler. I was just hoping for a turn 1.
I just noticed that all your land is the same.
Ah, good point. I suppose I should try and bury that up in the actual deck build. It's not like they make it the easiest, especially with the auto add tool. Just being like,
here's your land. Because I know you can actually. We used to be able to do full arts, but I guess is there full arts in there? Those were all out of get block.
Ooh, wrong. Right. That's a good point.
You used to be able to do all your lands as full art on the cat.
I don't know. I do have a copy of the Boss in this deck, and it is very spicy when it does drop. Just because, you know, the pressure. Especially when you can get it to start many things.
Pressure?
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, bye-bye, Terramander.
Terramander worked really well for me.
Yup.
Flash was used very effectively against you and limited.
Card is strong too, especially the fact that you can adapt. Ooh, lava coil. Yup, that's a thing.
Or is that?
Oh well, what else are we gonna do? Follow up with another chain whirl.
Chain Whirler came back the very next day.
Mm-hmm. Because first boy got exiled. Boy. Yeah, I could do that. Let's swing first. Let's do the swing first. see if they try to block. They're not going to. So I don't like that. Drake continues to go. Shocking.
We're hoping to go for the cheap.
Yeah.
Cheaper move.
I was hoping I'd be able to first strike it, but nah. They're like, no, he's got something.
I feel like it was a pretty obvious move for the other side to. But for you, you had, you know, you had said obvious move that you were doing, but you also had a backup. Oh man.
So many coils of the lava. Yashino Pyromancer.
I feel like they just call this cheese wars.
Get more cheese than Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos?
Yep. Patent pending.
Drake. See, I was having that same issue myself because I had 2 mono red aggro decks that I was working with. One was based around the Experimental Frenzy, and the other one was based around Risk Factor. I combined the 2 of them, and I ditched the Phoenix, and it's actually performing a lot better. And again, I don't like that Drake, so we're gonna get rid of that too.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely slightly outpaced. Shouldn't have talked.
How it always goes, my friend.
Yeah.
Like, getting cocky. Well, we have no choice here but to frenzy. Oh, the Spell Pierce! Nice. No, we're not gonna swing into that.
But why not? What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? How could I not benefit from that? That's a trade, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Smith is able to pump that up. Not at the moment.
It's all in the air, though.
Yeah. Drakey problem. I love that crackling Drakey. Of course, the cheap adapt. Woo! Okay. Woof.
Really shouldn't have opened my mouth.
Woof. Alright, well, that's
I mean,
not happening.
I guess Spell Pierce is still a thing.
Nice. Nice. All right. Just nail, head, just bam.
A little too accurate.
Far too accurate. Wait, are you sure you're not opponent?
No comment.
No wonder.
No,
He's playing with perfect information.
I cannot confirm or deny said allegations.
Opponent is playing with perfect information. No wonder it makes sense now.
The laptop I'm holding is just for information.
Damn it. Alright, yeah, we're gonna keep that.
I'm not platinum. So you wouldn't even be facing me.
Platinum. Platinum wasn't even a thing before. It went from gold to diamond and then, what, masters or something? And now it's all been changed.
At least they tell you what it is.
Yeah. Before it was just like, you found out because you either got there yourself or you saw someone else that had the screen caps up. Like, oh, holy crap, that's a thing.
Because for a while we thought gold was the top.
Yeah. Wait, no, there's something beyond gold.
I never actually ended up making it. problem. I like the variety of decks too much, and I get sick of playing the deck that's actually getting me the wins.
Yeah, fair enough. It can be monotonous. But I mean, sometimes you just end up finding exciting interactions and nuance between all the random coming across and finding different ways to actually be able to work around things. What I always like is when I find something new to do with the deck that I haven't done. Despite having grinded it out so many times.
I mean, there's something nice too to like. Often it becomes not really a thought either, though. Just kind of. Opponent's done X, so you do Y.
Do I clear it and swing for 2, or do I just jam and trade? Sitting on a handful of them, or just 9 to the base.
I would try for the jam and see if they go for the trade. It's not your most threatening thing that's gonna. Because I mean, you easily could have. They had no trade, just been the insult of getting rid of it.
Interesting. I mean, I can just deny them here. I could spend the 9 life. Cheeky and jam the other one, or do I hold it in case I need to remove something?
You should hold it.
Frenzy. Alright. Okay.
Come on, put them in the
follow up.
So that's 2 lightning strikes away from death.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little scary.
Whirly dirly. Alright. Get the body out. Thing for 1.
Love that animation. I remember what it used to be. It was something completely different.
They're gonna follow up with a Bastion of Pyromancer. Jeez, the face.
Blue Urns.
Woo!
We are not having luck today.
No. Started off on a high note and then it just quickly backpedaled.
Really did. That art is fantastic.
That art is, what's that for?
Well, it's something Rakdos, that's for sure.
Is that the Rakdos Shockland, or is that some other
I
card?
doubt that. Shockland. They tend to be more landy. Look it up, but my phone is dead.
Oh, right.
Actually, quick, please. Plug it in.
Not a bad idea. Opponent goes first. Okay. We can work with this. So the meta is definitely changing. A lot of Rakdos, which is working. To be fair, it's working quite well.
Remember when everyone was playing Rakdos, but just for the Scrounger?
Mm-hmm. Mono red. Wait, why are you splashing black? Oh, Scrap Piece Scrounger.
Tactically Rakdos, and just technically in the most technical sense.
Well, no, technically at that point, everyone was playing whatever monocolored deck with a splash of black for Scrap Heap Scrounger. Mono green with scrap heap. Mono white with scrap heap.
That's
Mono
true.
blue with scrap heap. Mono red with scrap heap. What? Oh, scrappy. Scrappy doodle. Yeah, it's probably gonna end up getting killed, but I'm gonna throw it there anyway. And see what happens. I mean, if not, then I get to pull a Rita Repulsa and make it grow. Oh, Druid. Opponent is playing Jund. Aight. Choo. It's bigger. For 3. It gets in, because I don't want to lose the Druid. It's a pain in the ass, though. Wait, you can pay. So it can technically pay mana to adapt itself. Sneaky. Ah, Chappy Kubra.
Oh, there goes the Steamkin.
Naturally.
What else?
Firebrand, obviously. That's the most threatening thing on the board. The land is not really working for me at the moment. And there's no point in the swing. And this is not working for me. So, what do I even want to draw? What's a 3/5? I can't tap. Oh.
Cheese, maybe? I don't know your deck well enough to know what you really want to draw, but I don't well enough to know that that's not what you want to draw.
But I don't really have much of a choice here. Risk factor on top that I can't even play. Hot dog.
Well, that's the risk factor to the risk factor.
Yes. That's the risk factor squared. Ravager Worm. Riot. Damn! Enters the battlefield, choose one. Fights creature or destroy land. So it's gonna fight something.
If you stop the draw. Do we need a way to stop the draw, unfortunately?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the risk.
It's interesting to see them playing a bunch of the new cards, though.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to jump in and see what the change in the meta was. Oh, risky poo. Alright. Second main doing something? Anything? Bueller? I can shock and then hoping. This is the thing. This cascades off, right? So I'm hoping that I have something else under. Even if I have a second shock, then that's still enough to take out the worm, right? And I can fire out the firebrands.
Yeah.
So that is my line at the moment. Play the mountain. Come on, there's something underneath. Yes, there is.
Yeah. Woo! Wee!
That is where the frenzy pays off.
Yeah, that is for sure.
All is not lost. So
left with the land on top, which is probably not going to be that mad about having to draw in your hand.
nope. Strong in the gruel. That worm is nasty. Ooh, Vraska's making an appearance.
Full art for us.
Cha.
I wonder if there's going to be an opportunity to get the full Planeswalkers in Arena from the Mythic Edition.
I'm sure that they will end up coming up with some sort of event that you can end up grinding for alternate art.
Yeah.
Much in the way that you were able to for, what the heck was it? The Elf and Firemind. Firemind something. I can't remember.
Whatever the other card was you needed to. I'm still kicking myself for those alternate arts.
Shazbot Phoenix. Damn! Oh. My Pyromancer. Wings with the Chappy Kubra? No.
Interesting.
Okay. We put out the Lava Run. We put out another mountain. Hope there's not a mountain underneath. Perfect. Pyromancer. 2 to the face. Go for it. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit risky here. We're gonna shock.
Lucky Punk.
We're gonna shock the Phoenix. It works.
Oh man.
It works just enough.
That's beautiful.
See, this is where the deck shines, dude.
I haven't seen it pop off like this. This is actually quite impressive to see.
Bam!
I was getting bored anyway.
And then I jam in with the Lava Runner because either they're getting rid of the Chappy Kubra or... Yes! Hype. It happens. Seriously, this frenzy when it goes off, it lives up to the name.
It does. I'm laughing at my low energy whoop whoop sipping half sick all day. That's the best I've got to muster out. That wasn't a sarcastic. I'm not excited. That was the best I could muster.
Lava Coil. Another Phoenix. Nice.
them flaming owls.
All right. Well, I mean, I just gotta go for the same line and hope that it works. It's a bit expensive, but. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that does the thing. Moon.
Ah.
Shit. There's no way that I can go through and get rid of it.
No, there's nothing in your hand that could even
Yeah, I don't have a shock. If one managed to get its way in, or even a fire or even a goblin. All right. We're just jamming in with the Pyromancer. That's all we can do.
Yep. Looking like jamming too.
I want to jam in with you. Jamming.
Actually,
jamming.
The amount of times that reference came up last night, I'm amazed that we didn't listen to that song at the end of the stream.
We should have. That's what we're gonna do at the end of this one. I will see you through.
I haven't even heard that song in years, actually.
I love this song. Shut up, Lou. Oh, wake up. So they're not even swinging because they're
scared.
So do I... Okay, so here's the question then. Do I go for the same line and try and pick up the Phoenix, or do I just go to the face? I think I'm just going to the face at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say the face, because you know what?
Face! Chain Whirler. Come on. Damn it! Did the same thing again. Is there any point in jamming it in there? It's gonna get rid of the Phoenix, but then it's just gonna make the token which I can't get rid of. But maybe they're figuring that I have something to do with the Phoenix. Whatever. Pyromancer's already done his thing. He's already gone through and dealt 2 damage. That's all I could hope for. Again, I still don't have it.
No, unfortunately.
But this is going through and putting them in a position where they do not want to swing. They're leaving that Phoenix as a body.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's working for me. Another one, alright.
I guess you are pulling lands out, getting
Yeah.
better chances of top decking something. You can play instead of top decking a land at a crucial moment.
Yeah, you're fixing.
Because everybody's done that. They're like, yes. Alright, it all comes down to this. Never mind.
Not again. Hero. Alright. That's cool. War boss. Dope. Makes the appearance. Steamkin. Another Frenzy. No point in jamming with the Chain Whirler. It's gonna end up dying to the Druid.
Yep.
Shucks. But this is enough of a board state for swinging in the next one that is a threat.
Definitely.
If they can't go through and deal with this. Vivian, what are they gonna activate? Are they gonna go for -3 or the +1?
She
wilds
kills
are
stuff in the
my
air,
shield.
She, yes,
right? As well as
creatures, and they could also take out the experimental frenzy. To be honest. Okay, so they're throwing out the extra body.
If you look at it from their thing, yes, they can take out the experimental frenzy. You have a lot of cards in hand, and
that could be more threatening.
it's
than...
like what's worse is letting you top deck, but having no control, or letting you have control of everything in your hand.
You know what would be funny at this point? Getting to the point where I'm at 8 and I need to discard.
Look what you drew.
Yeah, I know. And then discarding the risk factor to be able to cast it. So yeah, this is
Place. Come on, shock. It's not a denial yet.
there. We go.
Chain Whirler, and then you swing in.
No, it's a good game. It's King for 1.
Oh right, Chain Whirler hits them too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's everything.
Okay, so you've
I
got
was thinking
boss.
just creatures.
Frenzy.
That was a good game.
Yes. GG, indeed. I don't know about the easy though, but that felt satisfying. That felt very satisfying.
It definitely did.
I like it when the deck actually works out like that.
So much gamble.
So much. Which is why I feel like the deck is gambly enough. I don't necessarily want to introduce more of the gamble that they've introduced in the Ravnica Allegiance.
Why not? You can just call it the Vegas deck.
Oh. Well, okay, there is...
Mono red Vegas?
There's a shit ton of card flipping mechanic, or coin flipping mechanics in this one.
Is there?
I mean, hell, Rakdos, the namesake itself. That one, when it comes into play, any non-demon creature, you flip a coin for it, and if it lands tails, you destroy it.
Jeez.
Yeah. Red with 10 mana and a frenzy is just straight disgusting. I was a bit grossed out by it, but then I was kind of turned on too. I was just caught in that weird place where I'm like, huh? Alright. Alright, so... Pyromancer into Chain Whirler. Not the worst place to be.
I'm now reminded of one I was watching, I don't know, some British panel show. Lee Mack on it. And it's like, you know how back in the day you had like all the old ratings and stuff? They were more in England. We had them here. It was like, we had R and like PG-13.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
kind of have them. But then they also have like X.
Yeah.
For, you know, like 4-1 or double X. So his thing is like, That, as he said, that's ruined my childhood so far. Every time I look at the alphabet, I get aroused by the time I hit X. I just loved that line.
You go from R, and then by the time that you're at X, you're just like, ah.
Yeah.
Nice. Chappy Kubra my chain roll.
That would be interesting.
Like, sure, we've had first Chappy Kubra. What about second Chappy Kubra? Nope, it's a branch walker. Take that. Apple leaf. The contempt is the problem though, especially since you're keeping it on top and play crafter crap.
This is Gilgari mid-range, but there's obviously a splash of blue. What do they splash blue for?
Oh shit. So
Because those are all very.
this is Sultai, so why are they're going for Simic shenanigans?
Because like so far it's been Gilgari mid-range.
I would
playing.
assume Simic shenanigans, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I think I'm gonna end up double lightning striking here.
Clear the board.
Well, either that or I'm going to the face
Yeah.
for 6, right? But but then so are they. So I think let's do a bit of a reset and see where we get here. All right, it did not follow up with anything, thankfully. And I don't care if you go through Nebraska's contempt because it's already done its job.
I was gonna say, and honestly, they're probably not gonna make it. That's kind of a waste of contempt.
I like that. It's a waste of contempt.
Yeah.
Shit, that's a band name.
It's, it was great. It's one of those things, like, it wasn't like something I thought about, as I was saying, like,
Okay,
planned good phrase. It just came out and I was like,
So I can fire off the cheap wizard's lightning still. Do I go for the Chappy Kubra or do I go to the face? Let's prevent them from having the body.
prevent them from having the body, you know. I think it's...
It's just sometimes I worry that I'm spending too much of my burn on the board and not on their face.
Yeah, no, I can feel that, but...
That's the weird position that you get in when you're playing with the mono red,
I
which
think
is
it's-
heavy on the burn.
I think it's nice to have denied them their positions, like, early on.
Damn. Okay. What ups?
Because they only have 2 cards in hand, and now they got 3.
Yeah.
One of them is removal.
Yes. One of them is very good too. The incidental light. Nice. Okay.
Nice. In fact, probably from this point on, probably not.
Hopefully not hit any more lands either. It's like the 1 per cycle is fine, but come on,
Yeah.
guys.
It's not the time to get flooded.
Bizarro flood. What? What?
Hey? Ooh,
Yeah. Good.
nice.
Counter the chain whirler. Go for it, dog. Nope. So as far as I'm concerned, chain whirler's already done work.
I think that was their value judgment is, ooh, can I contempt this? And then going, well, I guess it's kind of, we still may.
The only problem is I'm not going to be able to play the war boss, but
Well,
c'est la vie at this point. We're going to definitely swing with the firebrand.
immediately, but you still have the option to sack the frenzy and play the war boss if you need to at some point.
True. Sudi Sud. Gotcha. I should have seen that coming. Funk. Thing is, realistically, if I put down the war boss, they're just gonna go through and contempt it
Of course,
before
it's
I
gonna
even
contempt it. No,
before I
it's
even
not-
get into being able to produce tokens with it. So we're just gonna roll with
No,
this.
yeah, I wouldn't do it right this second.
No, I was just looking to
Yeah.
see.
You need more mana.
One more mana would have been nice, right? Opponents seeing they're just giving up. Like this is whatever.
This is, not going.
Thank you, opponent. I'll take it, dude. Alright, 100. Cool hundo. And continuing on.
Man, those packs reset tomorrow too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That's Sunday.
Get to grind out 3 more Ravnica Allegiance packs. And hopefully get some sweet playables.
Smart. I'll grind out the 2 more I have
Yeah,
today.
do it now and then get the other 3
Tomorrow.
on the next cycle.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
So I said I was smart. I'm not.
Smart, motivated, in the right frame of mind,
That's
actually
true.
coherent.
Yeah, feeling well enough to actually,
Caveats, man. Caveats. Alright, so we're gonna throw out Pyromancer next. And unless they drop something that warrants shocking. I mean, if they're playing green and they lead with a Llanowar Elf, that's
shocking. Yeah.
That's usually what I do. I'm like, nah, you're not gonna end up getting the second turn, whatchamacallit, Steel Leaf. I mean, shit, even if they go through and they hit a Thrashing Broad. That's not good feels. A 3-4 that can go through and take out my Experimental Frenzy. No, thank you. Shit, opponent's falling asleep.
Quit stealing my stick.
Also, opponent seems to be at a higher rank than I. Cool.
Still in the same.
Still in the
bracket,
same.
though.
Yeah. Still plats.
Flat one.
Platinum or platinum?
Are they actually? I don't know. I think they're one up.
Yeah,
You're kind of close to.
I'm more than halfway. I'm edging there.
Symmetrical violence.
Perfectly symmetrical violence never ends. I disagree. I mean, I could shock to get in the extra 2 plus that, but I kind of want the removal. Yeah. If they respond with more shenanigans, I will be able to do in kind. Romancer smacks for 2. Yup. Now something else? They're gonna shock my lava runner. No, they're gonna Wizard's Lightning my lava runner. Alright. Shock the Pyromancer.
Red on red violence. The only kind of game where you're going to have a trade without ever entering combat.
True that. That is a very good point. It's always nice when I can ping out something from the board, but
It's still a 3/3 first striker.
and I still ping them for ones.
But people hated it. I mean, like, honestly, a 3/3 first striker for 3 is already pretty powerful. And but you add in the damage.
Well, this is why it's interesting that the debate is kind of coming back up, or at least I've seen it in a couple of places regarding Rampage and Ferocity. People are like, all right, so are you guys gonna ban this card now then?
Right.
It's like, I don't see that card being unbanned. I still think it's a bit too strong in combination with other pieces in red to give that way too much of an edge. You combine Ferocity with Chain Weather,
Yeah.
that kills token strategy. Blessing of tokens, dead.
And red is already doing fairly well, so I don't think they need to bump up the power.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So is that 3 Chain Whirlers in a row now? I'm losing track of my Chain Whirly gigs here. Fire Brando.
I feel like what I need to do at some point is write like a scorecard for things during a match. Just for different decks, you know, like play 3 Chain Whirlers.
I like it.
Or even played 3 in a row.
We need to come up with an MTG Arena bingo card.
Because I mean, stuff like that to have it automatically fill out wouldn't even be that hard. That's all just comes from the longs.
No, honestly, we need to come up with an MTG Arena bingo card
Yeah, that would
that
be
we can
great.
go through and have that we're filling out as we're playing. Oh,
I-
ran across an opponent playing Golgari mid, ran across an opponent playing Jeskai, mono red, ran across an opponent that, you know, good gamed you as soon as the game started. Like all those little things that you
It's true.
typically run across when you're playing Arena.
I love those. The best were the PUBG lobby bingo cards. You ever see those?
Yes, yeah.
Because they came true so often.
They were so on the ball.
Back when PUBG was cool.
Back when it ran smoother and was like playable and enjoyable. Jammed the hell out of that game, and then when we decided to go back to it, it was just like, what the hell? I thought this was optimized better before. I miss it.
Yeah, me too.
It kind of makes me want to play COD WOPs. Just because it's like, oh hey, you get the same experience but a bit more refined and playable.
I got really close to buying it when it was on sale during the Christmas season. Plus, I love the zombies.
Yeah, fair enough.
What we need to do is find a way to create a battle royale magic.
You can, but it's not going to be like free for all, the way that one would hope.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. There's got to be a way to like.
So otherwise, you're playing degenerate commander type stuff. Wait, is it my turn? Oh, no. I'm losing track. What's going on here? We've both run out of gas. God.
Yeah, and here I'm trying to, come up with ways to shoehorn PUBG into. Everything needs a battle royale, man.
Well, of course. That's the new hot shit. Everything needs battle royales. Even things that don't need battle royale need battle royale.
I mean, I can't even go shopping unless I get airlifted in and dropped in and fist fight people for the merchandise. And one day, people around me and the store owners will actually be on board too, and I won't get arrested. One day.
Good luck with that. So, yeah, that's equal. That's the 3 that I needed. Woo! Alright. Oh, mono red. You so crazy. Alright, so I think I popped out like what my considerable gold is that I can get, and now it's just the minimized. From here.
IRCs, yeah.
Yeah. Incremental reward cards.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I said that, I'm like...
Hey, whatever. You're doing the same kind of thing that I end up doing. I get it kind of close, but just off enough to be like, wait, what? That's
To be
not right.
fair, IRC is an acronym.
Yep. It is. I know.
I remember when that was the new hotness. so many years ago.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us from Germany, Sub-Zero, and
Thanks a lot.
it was great hanging out and chatting, and hope to catch you in the next one, dude. Have a good one. And all the best in your Ravnica Allegiance shenanigans.
Yeah, hopefully get a chance to
Yeah, you can make it up to a pre-release, or if not, it's already in Arena, so jam away. Because we're seeing actually a fairly good showing of Ravnica Allegiance cards in here.
Yeah, I actually would have expected if I were playing where I am to see a lot and you not to see as much, just because it's so much, you're so much farther in the rankings, they're so much higher in the rankings that people don't really want to claw back, whereas like, I'm in silver at the moment, so if I try something new and I fall a little bit, I don't really care. And I do a tiny bit because I'd like to,
get ahead, but yeah.
but then at the same point, I don't really fall that often, I just don't.
Oh, wonder if they have. Yeah, they probably do. Whatever.
My problem is I'm not playing enough games to actually progress.
Well, schedule allowing and all those things, dude. You know how it is.
Not that I'm 100% convinced that I'm winning all of them, but you know, I'm not actually there to know.
I mean, I could double Lava Runner, but hold off. I'm gonna see if I can shock the Vanguard and just force him into taking 4 lumps. Well, yeah, that was the interesting thing because, like, on Thursday after it dropped and after I did my seal, I did jump into the constructed ladder just to see what was going on, and there was a lot of people actually jamming stuff with the new sets. I was surprised to see it, and then especially surprised because in my matchups against those kinds of decks, I was actually doing really well. Like you mentioned, I'm surprised people were willing to go through and risk rank that way.
There is a lot of time left in the season, so maybe they feel like they can recover,
Win it back.
I mean, I'm not too surprised that people are overbuilding, because that's kind of the point of the spoilers, is that you're usually already kind of starting to build decks in your mind and stuff is coming out and going.
You have an idea, you're seeing what the synergies are and where the combo pieces and like that fall, and it's like, alright, work out something on paper, have a couple of ideas, and then try to actually manifest and see what you get.
Which, now I'm left wondering, there's no way to know, but I wonder how Arena affects pre-release prices.
Good point.
Because before, it was literally only speculation, or like maybe other less reputable sources may have implemented cards early, but you didn't really get a chance to play a bunch of games, whereas you can kind of build a deck idea, try it before you could even get your hands on the cards. Yeah. And go, well, maybe that didn't work, and yeah, I'm not going to buy this expensive card.
Yeah, you get to do a lot more testing, but I mean, like, you could do that with MTGO. They always end up having early.
Is it coming early in the...
Yeah.
That's not always the case, is it? I'm pretty sure that's fairly recent.
Just to keep up with
But at the same point, though, you can get paper cards already. You can buy a booster box.
well, yeah, but I mean that started as of what, Dominaria?
Yes. Yeah, that's even more recent than the. Okay, I know that there was a point. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure MTGO used to get the set a week after, not a week before. Like there was I believe there was a lag in the other direction.
Oh. Ow.
I mean, sure, someone can, correct in the comments. I'm more sure that there wasn't early releases. But at the very least, they were getting them the same time as paper.
Aw, shit.
Yeah. If I talk about other magic things and ignore it, it'll go away, right?
So I says to Mabel, I says, damn! So I guess I just gotta do trades here? And take 10?
Nope, and they're gonna gain 4!
No.
Oh, it's haste.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's haste, it's not lifelink, so.
So used to the lifelinkers, yeah. Doesn't make it much better.
Nope. I mean, they're not gonna give me the draw.
And they're gonna take the one?
Yeah, they're gonna take it. Prove me wrong, come on.
Well,
But
if you do it again,
I don't really have much of a choice here, and that's kind of working anyway. So
what are they gonna do? Take it this time?
yes. All right, and
They we're in agreement this time that they're not gonna.
I go to 0, I untap, draw, and are you freaking kidding me? Wow.
Wow, indeed. least they've given you a bunch of mountains to choose from to shout about your louse on? Your loss on? Your louse on.
Me and all my louse friends that I'm hanging out with. Yeah, that's definitely going through and giving me the hills that I can go through and just twirl about and sing about the sound of flooding. The hills are alive with the sound of flooding. All the mountains crashing in on me. God damn! I don't think I've ever risk frenzied into, or risk factored into 3 mountains.
I don't think I have. That's pretty crazy.
I've risk factored into other things that weren't actually gonna save me, but I think I've ever done that into 3 mountains. I was a bit jarred. Screw it, I'm gonna keep. Rakdos! Okay, Blood Crypt. That is the shiny art for it. Ow. Moved. Skull Summit. Oh crap. What did they... Yep, they were eyeballing it too hard. Damn it. Alright. Good old one-lander.
And nothing else.
Sovereign's Bite. 3 life.
Yep.
Resolves.
Burns.
So, Rakdos burn? Because all I got is burn. Baby burn. Rakdos Inferno. Sword. God damn!
See, I was going. My mind was going on the old.
God damn!
My mind was going to the old Shadow Warrior quote: "Burn, baby, burn. The flames that get to higher." That game was so good with the dialogue.
I'm so screwed. I am so screwed.
Maybe we'll go from flooded to.
Yeah, but the other flood was unintentional. This one was. I brought that shit on myself.
True.
I brought this shit on myself.
What's the saying? It's either feast or famine.
Yeah. Yes, very much so. Feast or feast?
Oh, to be fair, considering the advantage they have, haven't been hammering you too badly.
No, they have not been.
I mean,
as expected.
pretty, but.
Strike. Like. Another Skewer the Critics. Oh, I'm surprised.
Like, if they don't play anything, they're gonna have to discard something, but not that.
Steamy thing boy. Honestly, I think they're just gonna end up burning me to death here, though. I really think this is just a Rakdos burn.
Yeah. Oh, wait, is the Steamkin powered by games?
Yes. Yes. Not artifact.
Uh,
Oh, shit. How many Wizard's Lightnings are in here? Are they gonna hit me with the second one?
maybe.
Shit, it's the Skewer of the Critics. There it is. Dude. Dude.
Yeah, that happened.
That deck was honestly making me a little jealous. I'm like, if you going off like that, damn. Pair that with an experimental frenzy.
But then you even had one in there.
Which they just never ended up getting to, but it didn't need to because it already had all the gas.
It happened so fast.
I blinked and then I was just at 3. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna go through it. Wizard's Light and me again. Nope. Screw the critics. Spectacle. Oh. So I think I'm finding myself a fan of Rakdos Burn. I'm gonna mulligan this time.
But it can't go wrong twice. Listen to me.
That's again not really the best hand, but I'm still gonna keep
You
it.
can go on the defensive in like early game.
Need a body.
I was about to say it pains me to say, but you probably should.
I need a body. I have body image issues. I need a body. Have grave robbing issues. I need a body. Abby normal?
I feel like
Abby normal.
other people have a problem with your grave rotting.
Well, it's usually the subjects of the experiments finding out that they've been, they've been brought back to life, necromanced, and yeah, not really too happy about the fact that they now have to live as a lich or zombified corpse or Frankenstein monster-ish kind of thing.
Frankenstein style monster?
Yes, Frankenstein's monster-styled monster.
Frankenstein style monster works.
I guess.
I mean, famous for only really one monster, and
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, no one really cares about his work outside of the monster. So, yeah, I know.
and it doesn't really hold up to the monster.
Damn. All right. Do the mill thing. No.
The thing is, they can have psychic corrosions. They can have.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah, lots of ugly things.
I haven't thought about it.
The mill is
mill.
strong, dog. That's why I was like, that's why I brought it up earlier. It's like I missed my mill deck because look at all the pieces that have come in to make mill spicy. Like I really feel that Simic mill is a thing. Again. No. Bad. Go away. Right now I'm like that cat sitting there on the ledge and keeps on putting things in front of it. Keeps on swatting it off. No, it's not happening. Get out of
It's
here.
my ledge.
Exactly. See, doing it again. You're not listening. You're not learning. Because that's what the deck is.
Oh,
It's
right.
a petitioner's deck.
Right, because you can have
It's Rat Colony. The second.
I'd forgotten about that for a second.
It's Rat Colony the second. So, yeah, we're doing that again. Because you're just not learning. That's not a thing. Bad. Get out of here. Alright, so I'm gonna get that third land eventually, and then I'm gonna be able to lead in the War Boss.
I kind of want to build a deck that's just like rats and that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. I was gonna be able to attack with that one. It's gonna be all hasty and such. Nope. What did I say?
No,
No.
they're not listening.
No, Quench again. Alright. Alright, we're gonna see what this Petitioner's deck does. They've got a wall up. Okay. More boss. Start going wide. Quench, of course. Of course!
I kind of saw it coming.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be the one to say they're probably gonna quench again.
So good. Okay, so that's 3. What's the likelihood of them having the 4th one in hand?
Not too high. They'll have a spell pierce or a
Damn it,
or
you're
just
right.
a cancel.
You're not wrong.
I mean, they throw in that control, and why wouldn't they throw some other?
Fine. Frenzy, that's fine. Oh yeah, definitely doing the rest factor here. They took it. Cool. Now the question here is, do I just risk factor again ditching the Steamkin? Because realistically, that's not getting through anything.
Oh yeah, factor.
Yeah, I'll do that on their turn so that, yeah, we'll see. I'm still holding that shock. I still want to be able to go to the dome with it.
Because they're probably gonna let you have the cards, and if they don't, before you win.
Yeah, okay, go through and lava coil, that's fine.
So far, no one hasn't.
Well, it's because they've not been able to assemble Petitionertron, because you need 4 of them to be able to mill 12.
How do you mill 12 with 4?
At 4 untapped advisors you control. There you go.
I missed that whole.
That's the whole point to having a deck composed almost entirely of these things. You're aiming for petitioners. However, technically, they don't all have to be persistent petitioners. They're just advisor. You could have any number of.
Advisors, eh?
Oh, sabotage.
Yeah, that's what I was underreacting to. Les Sabotage. And they get the draw.
Sabotage.
Fine. You got this.
Yeah, I do got this.
I would have been so tempted to have fun with them. I would have like double shocked and then gone through the phases to the end of mine and then been like shock.
No, no, no. We're not gonna do that. This is fine.
I know.
This is fine. And honestly, I don't feel like we're gonna be getting out of tier 4 today.
No, I think standard is the new standard is starting to kick in, and I think you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna
Rakdos burn.
I'm gonna have to go through and start doing some tweaks, start doing some brews, and start building. Hopefully not jank. Hopefully something that's consistent and has a good engine. Jams.
You know it's gonna be kind of janky to start with. Every deck starts out janky and then hones. I mean, it's just the way it works.
And realistically,
it's not too janky. You don't want to be like, well, did I build a deck or did I just throw 60 random cards together?
Is this a singleton deck again? Crap. No, but I mean, realistically, I should have gone through and started doing the brewing already and the refining and the fine tuning, which I think that's what a lot of what I was experiencing a lot of on Thursday.
Yeah. I mean, it's been weird because there's been like they either have really gone into it and they've actually brewed something that's working, or they've kind of just sticking with what's tried and true. Is really what the matches have been. So,
yeah. So it's still that weird middle ground, which I mean, honestly, standard is the most exciting when a new set has just come out because you're coming across all this crazy new stuff that people are trying out and trying to find what is working the best, what the new meta is. So
Yeah, it's such the double-edged sword of like the rotations and sets come because like too many sets it gets annoying. There's too much, and when sets don't rotate out and small, it gets too stale. I mean, it's
and I mean, honestly, this is great because it was, I mean, as diverse as standard has been under Guilds of Ravnica, it is a bit long in the tooth now.
yeah. Well,
It's gotten a bit stale. There is kind of the standard meta of decks that's really going through. And while it is more varied than it was before, it still is consistently those handful of decks that you're seeing.
yes, yeah,
So-
and I know that they're separated blocks, and you know, it's technically, but for the first time, or for since they've gone to single block things, this has been the most it felt like completing the second half to a set. Like it really feels like it.
Yep.
Because you're getting the other guilds, we're getting those duels that we need and shocks that we need to like actually play all the colors. So it's kind of completing the second half to this block that it's not actually the second half to.
Well, I mean, that's kind of in a way been confirmed because I did end up watching an interview with Gavin Verhey, who was at the Loading Ready Run pre-release.
Yeah.
And an interview that he had post, which they put out after the fact, was him talking about how they kind of tried to design all of the guilds with some sort of crossplay in mind.
Right. Yeah.
So that you can get those 3-color decks and having synergies that feed into each other. While in some cases then it might not be as strong as other ones, there's still some sort of line there so you can come up with some janky combo that works together and uses the mechanics to piece something together, right?
Which we saw in our limited. Was
Yeah.
The 3 colors were definitely powerful. And everybody's been saying for a while the 3 colors was going to be. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to see where that goes, and that's something too that they were talking about. That if you wanted to go through and while they aren't technically the same block, you can draft them together, kind of, because there is enough cross-play between them that it would viably work. And then the other hint that was dropped was like, all right, we'll wait till War of the Spark comes out. Have one pack of each. So there's things to be looking forward to even after this.
Yeah. So that's
For more things coming out, more synergies. Shit, we might see 4-color or 5-color good stuff.
I wonder what they're gonna, yeah, because I have so many questions about what they're going to do in the War of the Spark, because we've already gotten something from every guild.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're going to get the holdover guilds, because that's what happened in the original Ravnica and the original Return to Ravnica. It was split over 3.
Yeah.
They did different splits every time, but you didn't get all the guilds. You had to wait till the third set was out to have all the guilds at your disposal.
Now we have all the guilds out. We have all the mana base.
So what comes in it? Do they just kind of push the power level on all the guilds up a little bit? Like,
I wonder
or
if
do they start going for other things? We start getting something that's pushing towards like shards type thing, or
well, considering
clans get the 3-color type.
I think we're gonna end up having something towards that, especially just because the fact they have the inclusion of Nicol Bolas. He's a 3-color. He's Grixis.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
at the very least, expect something Grixis oriented. I
Yes.
don't know if they'll end up throwing out things like Jund and Teemer and Jeskai and Bant, things like that to kind of round it out. But
I mean, I could see him. The thing is, I could see him going that way. I could see him trying to round the guilds out more. That's why I'm kind of curious about it. I feel like they've set themselves up to go in several directions, which is exciting because you knew where they were going in this set. I mean, not that I'm not happy to have it out, and it's nice to have all the cards, and I'm happy for standard, but there's some excitement in being like, well, and then how do we go to Kamigawa? They haven't even truly officially confirmed yet, but that's pretty.
that's I until I see something officially confirmed about that, I'm not even going to speculate on that. I'm still really excited to see how they end up approaching, like you said, what the kind of theme is going to be, if they're going to be going to new mechanics, or if they're going to be bringing back old mechanics as well. Because
that's a good point.
I mean, it's kind of coming to a culmination point where you're wrapping up this really long overarching story. and that could be a good place where you could harken back to things that you've come across along the way. And considering something from Amonkhet, which was a prominent point in the storyline, was his army of the undead, right?
Right,
That he's
yeah.
trying to go through and use that to just land on the plane and take that shit over. Are we going to see Eternalize come back in some sort of form?
Yeah, Eternalize or Afterlife.
Afterlife, or like even things that could go through and reference back earlier sets where you've had the Gatewatch clash with Nicol Bolas,
Yeah.
that kind of harken back to those earlier conflicts and really drive across the fact that this is the end game. Like, this is where all the shit kind of gets figured out,
Yeah, I mean,
and this is how we've gotten there, kind of thing.
in that same vein, what could be cool is if it actually, because it's supposed to be kind of a chaotic war, is if they throw in just start reusing a whole bunch of keywords again. Like it's
Like
there's
we
not
get-
even that much consistency.
Yeah.
It's like this is a whole bunch of keyword blocks coming together, and there's just going to be cards that have this and cards that have that.
Get everything
It's
in the kitchen
it's,
sink.
Yeah, it's the chaos of the battle. Is yes, one of the Gatewatch is throwing out. I can't think of it. I want to say Eternalize, but it's a terrible example. But you know what I mean? Like they're doing one thing, and then another member of the Gatewatch has a different keyword that they're throwing out. Like there's so many ways that they could go with that set.
So much different flavor that they can throw into it that is just, it's really exciting, and it's something really awesome to look forward to. So even though Ravnica Allegiance is the new hot shit that everyone
It's
is
not even
building
truly out yet. We're already speculating on the next
Yeah.
one. Because we can't speculate on this one anymore.
yeah, it's
They spoiled the speculation for us weeks ago.
Yep. But now we can look forward to the next thing and really how all of this is going to end up wrapping up and what Standard might be looking like then. So, yeah. This has been the attempt to grind through Platinum, which really I kind of just found myself at the same point where I started.
I think, yeah, you are actually. There were some good matches, though.
There really was. And I mean, again, we're seeing what the meta is shaping up to be like. So any time spent like that is good time, in my opinion. But if you want to catch up on all the standard meta shenanigans and more Ravnica Allegiance, be it sealed or hopefully when they bring ranked draft in soon, which honestly I think that
Might be, yeah.
yeah. But if you do want to stay tuned for more of that, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit the follow on Twitch, so you can be so you can stay up to date on what we have going on. And if you hit that bell icon, then you will be notified as to when we're actually going live.
Yes. I believe there's another step in between it now, but there's lots of ways.
Yeah.
Hit all of the hoops that YouTube wants to be notified.
Hit all the buttons. Go full risk factor on it.
Yeah, or just check our page every 30 seconds. That's never happened. No. Please don't do that. You have more important. Much as we'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just hit the bell.
Just hit the bell. But also, let us know in the comments below what your pre-releases have been like, what your experience has been with Ravnica Allegiance in MTG Arena, as it is playable right now, and what you guys are finding is actually jamming good in Standard as well. Always like to hear different experiences and different takes on that, because sometimes it feels like you're really getting something skewed just because you're playing a certain type.
Yeah.
And you're not seeing the rest that's out there.
Especially in Arena, you can kind of get cornered into like a certain subsection of Standard based on your rank and the deck you're playing.
So yeah, we always love to hear from you guys and hear more about the game. So let us know. And otherwise, hope to catch you guys in the next one. Dr. Venture Senior.
Benzo the Gamer.
Peace.